Do you guys remember when you were a little kid on Christmas morning and all the gifts have been given out, but there was still that one thing that you were really hoping to get, and then your parents leave the room for a minute and they come back with this big box with a shiny ribbon and bow on it from Santa, and you lose your shit? Well, guys, Treehouse Brewing Company might as well be in the North Pole. Nathan Lander is Santa Claus, and we are all his happy, merry little beer geeks dancing around in our pajamas on Christmas morning right now. This is fucking King Julius. Alright guys, so at time of recording, King Julius was literally canned today. I just got back from the brewery a few hours ago, and this is literally as fresh as it could be. Earlier this afternoon, it wasn't even announced that this beer was being released until later in the afternoon. So from what I understand, over 900 people were able to make it to the brewery between 5 and 8 p.m. when they were open to get this beer. If that isn't absolutely insane, I don't know what is. Like, Treehouse Brewing Company is on a whole nother galaxy right now from what is going on anywhere else in the craft beer world. Those numbers are just mind-boggling to me. So anyways, guys, complete shock announcement to release this. They've only brewed this beer twice before. And as they spoke about in the description, this beer stirred up a lot of nostalgia for them, because this was one of the first beers they brewed back in late 2012 on their original Brew Magic system, and they made a whole whopping 10 gallons of this beer back then. And since then, they only brewed it again in late April of 2015. Which I did review that batch. Back then, it was a 750 milliliter growler only per person. So this is very exciting, because now that he's rebrewed it again and actually canned it, which is absolutely crazy, a lot more people are going to get to try King Julius finally, which is really exciting, because so many people obviously are just obsessed and love Julius, and that beer has traveled to every crevice and corner of the world at this point for people to try it. So yeah, this is going to be really exciting for people to get to try what many think is the best double IPA ever made. It just is that good. It really is. Currently, Julius is the #1 IPA on Beer Advocate, so I guess the #1 IPA in the world. It is the number 10 beer on Beer Advocate's top 250. That's how good Julius is. So by all rights, this should be the #1 double IPA. And we'll see if it is up to that level. In my opinion, I definitely, when I reviewed this back in late April, May, did the same exact review, which you guys can go back and check out if you want to. They both got 100, obviously. And what I remember loving so much about the King Julius having it the first time was that the essence of the regular Julius wasn't lost in making Julius a double IPA. I could still tell that it was the same beer, just bigger and bolder, which I really, really loved about it. So really curious to see, if I get that same vibe from it this time. Obviously, it's a completely different batch of it, so we'll see. But guys, I'm not going to hold you up any longer. This is obviously a super exciting review. This was canned today. I still can't believe that. And this Julius was canned yesterday. So we're talking about literally hours old beer right here. I've had them out of the fridge now for about half hour, 45 minutes. They have a nice slight chill to them at this point, so we can get right into and get everything right out of them. Julius, of course, it's American hops, and it's 6.8%. And King Julius is 8.2%. So guys, without further ado, let's get these cracked open, and we'll do side-by-side again. All right, guys, so let's get them cracked open. Super excited about this. I have no idea what to expect. It's been a long time since I've obviously had the King Julius, but I am expecting huge things, obviously. I kind of like that it wasn't a big release, big announcement. They just kind of put it on for people to come and get, which is really, really cool. And obviously they didn't need a big announcement because somehow over 900 people managed to make it out to Treehouse, which is not exactly, easy to get to. So pretty insane, guys. Seriously, all I can smell is what I would think would be a straight fruit smoothie going on like in front of my face right now. I have no idea what's going on. This is absolutely absurd. It smells like straight up a fruit smoothie. Like I'm in some like Jamba Juice or some shit like that. Just, that's ridiculous. Let's get a look at the appearance, guys. Yeah, I mean, it's classic Julius. It looks super opaque. Milky, hazy, just super dense looking. Yeah, we can probably hold these up at the same time and see if there's any difference in the color. I mean, I don't know if it's possible, but the King Julius actually looks thicker and darker. I don't know how that's possible, but it is. It has like this ridiculous dark middle to it that looks almost black. And I'm holding up to the bright lights right now. Wow, this is as opaque, as turbid, and as just like thick milkshake looking, just smoothie looking as you could possibly get in an IPA and double IPA. Super dark, burnt orange, just gorgeous. I mean, you guys can see the lacing on the King Julius already. It's slightly off white head. There was about a 2-finger head there, and it's tightly packed, medium and small bubbles. With the Julius here, pretty much exactly the same thing. But as far as the appearance goes, they are just two of the most seriously beautiful looking hoppy beers in the glass. And you guys can see away from that. It looks like straight up mango juice, pineapple juice, orange juice, just tossing fruits in a blender. It absolutely looks like a smoothie. And like I said, the King Julius somehow looks a little bit denser and thicker than the regular Julius, and I gotta tell you guys, this smells absolutely unreal in front of my face right now. So let's go ahead and get an aroma on the regular Julius first, like we did last time. Oh my god. Peaches. Straight up peach juice. Yep, peach, watermelon, like honeydew melon, cantaloupe, orange juice, fresh squeezed oranges, but really I'm getting a ton of peach out of this one. This is like old school Julius for me. I don't know, this is like way sweeter and more reminiscent of old school Julius for me. I'm sure it's the same as they've been doing recently as far as the beer, but this smells like old school Julius to me. Super heavy on those melon and peach notes, which is what I remember from the first time ever having this beer. I just never had smelled anything like that in an IPA before. It just smells like juice, you know? Yeah, definitely it's got that straight orange juice, like that sweetness to it, that little bit of like zesty citrus note as well, but yeah, mainly just peach and melon juice and orange. Oh, wow. It just smells so fucking good, guys. Let's go ahead and get an aroma on the King Julius. Oh my. What the fuck? No, I'm not even playing around, guys. I'm not playing around. Smell it. Good Lord. I'm done. I am so fucking speechless right now. I am so speechless right now. This is ridiculous. I think, yeah, every other brewery should just pack it up. Just pack it up and close the doors. This is out of control. You're telling me this is an 8.2% double IPA? This smells like the best fruit smoothie in the world. mangoes. Much more of like mangoes, passion fruit in this one. I mean, it has that huge peach note to it, that huge melon note. I can already tell you that this is exactly the same way I felt back when I reviewed the last batch of this and compared the two. The King Julius really just takes everything that is so incredible about Julius and just amplifies it to this crazy level that you didn't think was possible. Whenever I sit down with Julius, I think this is as good as it gets. I mean, a lot of us probably do. How can it get better than this as far as an IPA is concerned? Well, the answer is, guys, you make a double IPA version of the same beer. That's how you get it. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, the main thing for me, it's just a bigger, sweeter, obviously there's got to be more malts in this. It's a bigger, sweeter, juicier version of Julius. I mean, that's basically what it is. It's got huge watermelon, honeydew melon notes. Huge, just like passion fruit, mangoes. Like it's out of control. Let's see what they put in the description on the website as far as the flavors. I know Nate always writes this. He said with King Julius, orange creamsicle, definitely could see that. Mango smoothie for sure, and a bounty of fresh tropical fruit. And then mango, peach, passion fruit, melange of citrus juice on regular Julius. I mean, that's it, guys. It's an absolute melange of fruits. You don't even really know what's going on. It doesn't smell like beer. It absolutely doesn't smell like beer. Neither one of these smell like beer, which some people may say is weird or a turnoff, but I think it's fucking amazing. I love the fact that, you know what, it still is a beer. It still is all about the hops. These hops are what's giving it those aromas and flavors. So even though it smells nothing like a beer, sometimes it's those hops that are making this beer the way it is. And it's just a way that they use them at Treehouse that nobody seems to understand quite like they do. There's a lot of amazing breweries. I'm only teasing when I say to pack it up and all that, but what Treehouse does is obviously something that very, very few breweries have managed to accomplish. This level is just, it's on another level. All right, guys, no more talking. Let's dive in. I don't really know what to say. It just smells absolutely, my mouth is watering, guys. Cheers. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I mean, is it just me? This really does remind me of old school Julius. This is sweeter than the last few batches, I think, too. Oh, it's so fucking good. It's so soft, so vibrant, so creamy. It's luscious. That really is, I think, the most peach and melon flavor that I've had in Julius in a long time. And I did really let these warm up to proper temperature, or what I consider proper temperature. This is so good. Oh my God. It's so sweet and juicy. It's like peach juice, melon juice, orange juice. Wow. Super soft carbonation. Mouthfeel for days. Sweetness, I just can't get over that sweetness. It's on point. The hoppiness is totally there. It's really sweet up front, mid palate, and then the hops come in really, really strong. Dry the whole thing out. Totally dries your tongue out, even as I'm talking now. There's sort of like this wonderful, like almost a sticky, like citrus sweet coating on your mouth. But this beer is so hoppy, it's just sneaky. Like it dries out your tongue. Then you start to feel the hops. No bitterness, or very little bitterness. Wow, this is one of the best Julius's I've had since I've probably ever first had Julius, to be honest with you. It's crazy. Yeah, that tastes like fruit juice. That tastes like a mango peach smoothie. Honestly, that's absolutely ridiculous, guys. All right, guys, let's do it. The moment has come again. After just drinking that, I don't have any idea how this is going to taste better. But here goes nothing, guys. The moment you've been waiting for. Cheers. King Julius. Thank you, Nate. I should never review another beer again. If I stopped now and never had another beer and never did another beer review again, seriously, this is the pinnacle. This is the peak. There's no way in hell you could make a better double IPA than this. That is just, in all seriousness, this is just ridiculous, guys. This is so, I'm speechless. As somebody who loves beer and is so passionate about it like me, this is what it's all about. This is on another level. This is a game changer. This is just, no one has made something like this before. Not even close. This is just a game changer. Wow. Just wow. If I can even put this into words for you guys, basically what this is, again, just like in the Aroma, you take everything that's in the best Julius possible and then you amplify it into this. All the flavors and aromas are there. The thing that stands out to be the most is like, if this is like drinking blended up tropical fruits, citrus fruits, this is like biting into them. That's the only way to describe it. Like, this is actually like, picture a glass full of like peaches, overripe peaches, like honeydew melon, mangoes, sugar coated, and you were just chewing on it. Like, that is how the depth of flavor in this, the magnitude of flavor in this, the depth of it is just so intense. It is so, like, you could close your eyes and chew on it. But in this one, it's sort of like, again, it's basically like a blended up version of that. And this is like actually biting into those fruits. That's the intensity level difference. That's really the only difference. It is beyond words, guys, that this tastes like fruits. It tastes like fruits. It tastes like fresh fruits. The fact that there's no fruits in this beer, like I said, this is just like on another level. This is a game changer. This is absolutely changing the way that people brew beers. What Treehouse is doing and has done is just unreal. It is so soft. It is so smooth. It is so velvet on your mouth. And what I really don't understand is that it's 8.2% alcohol, guys. And it tastes like, again, just a tropical fruit onslaught. The hops are there. I think this coats your mouth more. Obviously, it's a bigger beer. This is more mouth coating. It sort of leaves this coating of just amazing flavors in your mouth. I don't get like that super drying finish either that I get in the regular Julius. This one sort of just leaves a coating on your tongue, on your mouth. I get a little bit of bitterness, but this thing is so sweet and juicy that just is not even on your mind. The way this drinks is just, every sip is like, it's like heaven. It really is. It's just like the most pleasing thing to possibly put in your mouth as far as a beer. It's just absolutely crazy. All right, guys, so I'm going to sip on these for a few minutes and let them warm up just a couple more degrees, and then I'll come back to you with my final thoughts and score on the Julius and King Julius. All right, guys, so I've been sipping on them for a little bit now and let them warm up just a few more degrees. Man, it gets really tough. Once you start sipping these back and forth, it gets very confusing about what the differences are. It gets a little tougher to distinguish. I mean, they are big differences, but the more you drink them and keep going back and forth, it gets a little blurred. This is a great exercise, guys, to train your palate and work on focusing in on what you're getting out of the beer. If you guys are lucky enough to have these two beers and you're watching this, I absolutely recommend cracking them both open, pouring them, and doing all the same things that I'm just doing in this review. Do the smells, do the tastes. You'll notice the first few tastes that you can really pull out the differences. As you drink more, the flavors start to get a little mixed together, and it becomes more difficult to pinpoint those differences. But obviously, guys, I am so privileged to get to even enjoy these beers. It is honestly, as a person who loves craft beer, and it's a big part of my life, and it was a big part of my mother's life, and a big joy in her life. At times like this in the holidays, I get very emotional. Of course, I would love to be sharing this type of experience with her, of all people. But if you guys have loved ones and you have these beers, this is a beautiful time to share with all the great beers that we're so lucky to enjoy in this day and age, with Treehouse and many other breweries. They're just putting out so many amazing beers for us to just pick up and enjoy. We're so lucky, we really are, and I'm very fortunate because I live in this area, and it's only a drive for me to get these. I don't have to go crazy with trading. But that being said, I don't even know, like, hype isn't even. Just do not even worry. I don't know what to say except you have to get this beer. If you guys have any sort of trading power, if you don't live in the area, just please get this beer. And I really am not trying to overhype, oversell it, guys. It really is this good. It is. If you like hoppy beers, if you like juicy beers, there has never been a beer like this before. I'm saying it right now. There's never been a double IPA this good before. There's nothing like it. I don't think there will be anything like it for a long time, for somebody to make something this good. You guys need to get this beer if you can. Trade for it. Do whatever you have to do. If you have a friend who might share it with you, whatever. This is a game changer. If you're a beer geek, this is a life changer in the beer world for you. This is like an experience. This is like the first time that you had, Heady Topper or something like that. This isn't even comparable to Heady Topper. This is like so far and above that. But it's like it is an experience beer that'll change your world if you haven't had it before. Definitely need to try the King Julius if you can, guys. Please do whatever you can to get a can of it, or at least try it with a friend. Like I said, this is the season for sharing. So go ahead and do that. As far as the finishing up the review, guys, we'll go ahead and do a quick smell and taste. And I mean, you already know, but they're both 100s, so it's really not even, we don't need to talk about the score. Just talk about the differences one more time as they warmed up a little bit more and what I get out of them now. I mean, I still get a lot of the same stuff out of Julius, the regular Julius. Again, peach, mango, some of that cantaloupe, melon character. But what's interesting about this is that as Julius warms up, the more pungent, a little earthy, a little dank, a little piney, a little resinous kind of character shines through in the back end. Yeah, a little bit of that resinous kind of earthy character shines its head up in the end of this beer, but as it's warming, but still very, very juicy, guys. It smells like juice. Let's get a sip. Yeah, just sweet melon, peach, orange. Very, very vibrant and bright with this one. Zesty. Just kind of pops the taste buds open. Very smooth, but very, very bright and zesty and sweet all the way through. And a very nice dry finish to this one as well. Virtually no bitterness, no alcohol. I mean, it's Julius. It's just like the quintessential a juicy IPA. This deserves the #1 spot in Beer Advocate on the IPA category. Nothing even comes close in a single IPA, single American IPA, nothing. This absolutely is 100, deserves the 100 and the #1 spot as far as an IPA on Beer Advocate easily. And this is the #10 beer of all beers on Beer Advocate, so I think that's pretty accurate. And again, this is that, for me, it tastes very much like the old school Julius that I first had, where those peach and melon notes were the things that really stood out to me that I'd never had before in a hoppy beer, and this has it in spades. So I love this batch. Speaking of nostalgia, and they were speaking about that, this takes me back to the old barn, the first treehouse, and man, do I miss those times. If any of you are watching and you were around and already supporting the brewery way back then, man, have things changed. It's just a different world. It's absolutely a different world. It makes me miss those times. They're much simpler, and who would have ever thought that Treehouse honestly would become what they are today? It's just absolutely insanity. So, all right, guys, let's get one more smell and taste on the King Julius, and let's get out of here. Oh, this is like I don't even know, like, what is this, like the Rolls Royce or something? Like, what is this compared to this? I don't know. This is like, it's just a luxury. It's like the world's greatest luxury right here. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, I mean, this is like, you'd think this is like $1 million beer. Like, this is that good. The smell alone, you could literally smell for hours. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how they made this. I don't want to know. I just know that it's here in my glass, and I never want it to leave. Oh, God, it's going to be so sad when this can is gone. That smell is literally intoxicating. Like, you could just sit here and smell it all night. It's everything in Julius just amped up, doubled. And it's like more like smooth and velvety and just luscious. Everything about it. It's bigger, it's sweeter, it's juicier, it's more melon, more peach, more orange. Orange sorbet, like they said in the description. That's a really good descriptor. It's like orange sorbet and mango smoothie. It totally is. I mean, it really smells like a fruit smoothie. Cheers, guys. Absolutely ridiculous. Yep. I mean, it even tastes like a tropical fruit smoothie. It has the mouthfeel of a tropical fruit smoothie. It has the look of a tropical fruit smoothie. But you get a shitload of hops. Like, mid-palate to finish is so hoppy with all that juiciness that kind of cuts through that sweetness. It is so hoppy. It just attacks the palate and finishes really nice and dry. No bitterness, no alcohol at 8.2%. God damn, it's good, man. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I gave it obviously more than its fair time to showcase these beers, but man, do they deserve them. And, around the holiday season, why not, right? Just, I really could talk about this beer forever, though. It's the most melon peach tasting beer ever made. And full of hops. I mean, absolutely chock full of hops. It doesn't have the super bright, intense, zesty notes. It's more just this smooth, intense, biting into honeydew melon, biting into overripe peaches, biting into, mangoes, like sugar-coated or candied mango kind of thing. Oh, God. Seriously, it is out of this world. And that mouthfeel is just velvet all day long. Totally coats your mouth. Almost like a imperial stout. I mean, this drink's like the thickness, the richness, the just everything about it is like an imperial stout like feel to this beer in a double IPA. It is just out. It's beyond words. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here. I promised I would, because honestly, I could talk forever. This is obviously a very special review. 100 plus for both. 100 plus for both. I think, honestly, they are both in their class. Single IPA, double IPA. They really are. They're 100 plus beers. They do not get better than this in their style. And again, I just love that the double version of Julius really tastes like the double version of Julius. It doesn't taste like a different beer. It just tastes like a bigger beer of itself. And that's really cool to stay true to what Julius is and we all know and love. And like I said, many people from all around the country and the world have tried it by now. So if you tried just this on its own, you would still be able to tell, oh my God, this is just amped up Julius. Like, that's how it should be. So thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this review. I know a few of you at Treehouse were joking with me. Oh, you're going to go home and review this? Yeah, I am. I'm going to review it for you guys. I'm going to get it up right away. So hopefully you are watching and enjoy. And until next time, guys, obviously I hope you guys have a healthy and happy holiday season. And share a bunch of great beer with your loved ones. You never know what life is going to bring and what life is going to give and take away from you. So live in the moment and make sure you appreciate everything, because it can change very, very quickly, as it did for me and my father in our world. So just appreciate what you have. Keep things in perspective. And remember that we're all lucky to be alive and being able to enjoy these great beverages that we love, and craft beer is obviously a big part of our lives. So, all right, that's my soapbox moment. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next beer review. Get this fucking beer. Get it. Get both of these beers right now. As soon as you're done watching this video, get it. All right, guys. I'm gonna say cheers. Bye, guys. See you next time. I want to say hi to my mom, which I haven't done in a while on one of these beer reviews, and I hope you guys don't mind, but this is a pretty special one, and it's very difficult for me each and every time that I do this without her, because she used to be sitting right in this room with me pretty much whenever I would be doing a beer review of something special, and this room's been pretty empty for a while now, and it's tough. Yeah, sorry. But I miss you, Mom, and, I hope that you're enjoying this with me, and I love you very, very much. And I'm carrying on all the wonderful joy and excitement and enthusiasm that you brought to our lives, and especially with your deep love for craft beer and the Treehouse family. And I know that they miss you and love you too. I hope wherever you are, you're getting to enjoy this King Julius as well. You deserve to get the first can. You really do. I can't imagine somebody who loved more, cared more, just kind human being. And you deserved so much more than this. I remember at the first Treehouse that you were asking Mom when Nate was going to brew this beer so you could try it. And, well, I hope you're trying it now. And I hope that you are enjoying it. I can just imagine your face right now. It's just the greatest thing in the world to me. I just want to say this. I love you so much, Mom. Thank you for being the best mom in the world. And it sucks without you. And obviously, we're going to keep moving on, staying positive, and get all the best beers in the world to try for you, with you, and try to make you proud. And I just wanted to say hi. It's been a while. So thank you guys for allowing me to do that. Thank you.